What if I told you that the reason why you feel stuck or you feel like you may not be living your full potential comes down to one very simple reason? We sometimes or often tell ourselves that we're not ready to do a specific thing. You could be a bedroom musician afraid of performing live and you want to, but you keep telling yourself you're not good enough yet or you're not ready yet, and you keep pushing that timeline forward. Or you could have a job where there are opportunities to grow, but you just don't feel ready yet. You don't feel like you're qualified enough, or you don't really meet all of the criteria on the job description. So you kind of reject yourself and you don't go forward with it because you're just not there yet. You keep second guessing yourself and worrying about what everyone's thinking, how you'll be perceived if you put yourself out there. I've spent most of my life feeling this way, scared of being seen, often wanting to just hide from the world, not feeling good enough or ready enough to show the world who I am. And let me tell you, that held me back for so long. I always admired people who didn't seem to have this problem, who just had a freeing confidence about them, and they just seemed to never care about what other people thought about them. Even from a really young age, I thought that if I worked on my physical self, then my inner self will come alive. I will feel more confident to show who I am. I begged my parents to get me braces when I was a little girl because I was like, oh, I can't smile. Everyone's gonna see the gap in my teeth. When I get those braces and fix the gap, like everyone will like me and I'll smile more and I'll have all these friends and I'll be more confident to put myself out there and perform and model and do all these things. But that wasn't the case, and it's never the case. I really thought you had to be a perfect 10 on everything to be seen, to be heard, to be accepted. This thought haunted me for a long time. I just couldn't figure it out. But the answer is actually so simple, and it boils down to this one thing. The people who succeed and put themselves out there and put their art out there, put their thoughts out there and their personhood are not afraid to look stupid. They show up to the world authentically and unapologetically themselves. And they do it with a smile too. Because it's true that if you smile at the world will smile at you back. It took me years to just come to terms with this because I hated when people would tell me to smile. But it's not a literal thing. It's just how you perceive the world and interact with the world. If you think that this world has opportunities for you and there's abundance, you're gonna have more confidence to go into whatever you want to do without excuses, without saying, oh, there are too many people already doing it. Oh, there are so many people better than me. Like, I don't have a chance at all. I really do believe that this is where true freedom lives. And this applies to anything, everything. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're a musician or whether you're not a musician, you're an artist or you're a non-artist, whatever you do in life, this is the mindset you have to adopt to do it successfully and happily. I consider myself a late bloomer, and I really wish I adopted and absorbed this mentality a long time ago, because I would be so much further ahead if I was confident enough to just go for the things I wanted to go for and make those mistakes. And in doing that, in the trial and error, you evolve and you learn and you grow. Like if you've been doing a certain thing, say maybe 10 years, right? If you look back at the progress, you're gonna notice that the current state is completely different and much more evolved than that first beginning stages. For example, take a look at The Simpsons, right? When it first came out. And look at the cartoon. I don't know about you, but it looks scary to me. It looks quite bad. But if the cartoonists or animators thought to themselves, oh, we're not ready yet. Oh, I need to improve my art before I put this out on the show. I need more time to get better before anyone sees this artwork. If they delayed that initial output thinking that it wasn't good enough, imagine all of the progress and the evolution that would have been lost. It's actually really bizarre to think. It wouldn't have gotten to the current state and the IP we know and love today without that journey. And you can apply this analogy to everything. Think about all of the progress you can make if you just start. And if you just let go and just put yourself out there, and in doing that, that's how you're gonna get better. You have to remember that everyone and everything that ever achieved greatness sucked at the beginning. And yes, some people progress and evolve so much faster and learn faster, but what matters is that you get there. You have to start from somewhere first, and yeah, you're gonna get naysayers and mean people commenting and criticizing, and sometimes criticism can be constructive, but oftentimes with people trying to put you down, it's not. But one thing is for certain is that those people who try and put you down wish they had the same level of courage to do what you're doing. I've had to find the courage in my journey as a musician and guitarist who plays rock and metal music, because I'm well aware I don't really fit that demographic, but I love it so much, and I've learned to muster up the courage to still do it anyway and still enter spaces where I'm, the oddball in the room. I used to be so scared that I'll be laughed at or shunned or kicked off or something. But then I just decided to stop caring, even if that was the case. And I couldn't have been more wrong. My first song that I released, that I was spending all these years, being anxious about, releasing my music, actually did so well, and it exceeded my expectations, and it was just received so well. Like, I really held myself back for so long with self-doubt and thoughts that I would never be accepted or never be good enough. And then I just realized, look, like, we're on a floating rock. Don't rob yourself of your dreams because you're scared of what other people think. Your life is your own personal journey, and you deserve to actualize and see it through and try the things that you always wanted to try and do the things that you want to do. So a year ago, I made a promise to myself to just try and to show up even though I'm scared. And really, my only regret is that I didn't do it sooner. Please remember that this is your life. And at the end of it, ask yourself, how do you want to feel about it? Do you want to feel like you didn't try and you were scared and like now you're on your deathbed or something and you're like, oh crap, I wish I did this and that? Now is your chance. I, for one, want to know that I at least tried, and that in my courage and trying my best to show up as my authentic self, it inspired other people to do the same and contribute something positive in this world. Don't give in to your fear, your self-doubt, your insecurity. And you know what? Even if you do fall and make mistakes, you can just get back up again. And in getting back up again, you've learned so much, and you've learned how to improve the next time. Remember that experience is what you get when you didn't get what you want. And also remember that 1% rule, that even small improvements over time lead to massive gains in the long run. So I know this all sounds so much easier than it actually is, and many of us do feel like we wasted our time and we wasted our youth, and it's hard and impossible to catch up and get back on track with chasing the things that we want to chase in our lifetime. But here is the good news. If you are alive and breathing right now and you're watching this video at this very moment, it is not too late for you. It doesn't really matter if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, hell, it doesn't matter if you're 95. As long as you're alive, you still have a chance, as long as you start right now. So let this be your message for today. Show up to your life, romanticize your life, do the things that scare you, and stop being afraid of looking stupid. If you aspire to do something, don't let the fear of what people may think hold you back. This is your life, and this is your one chance. Be your authentic self, and the right people and the right opportunities will come knocking at your door. So thanks for watching my channel today. I'm CHENA. See you guys on the next one.